How's it going? I hope you are doing as good as I'm doing today. I am physically feeling an 8.75. I feel extremely primed. Everything was flying. The bench was so easy. Today was one of those days where I really wanted to just get in, get out, and get some shit done so that I could be on schedule and on time. And I was just really motivated to just get through it as efficiently as possible without losing any quality in my lifts. And the benches went great. The clean and jerks, I went a little fast, so maybe just a slight hiccup here and there, but most of the reps I think were really good. No failed reps or anything. I locked everything out. So in that regard, killed it. That's great. So mentally, I'm feeling a 9.25. That is a new high right now. And it's not for the reason that I expected it to be. I feel like that's how it always ends up being. Whenever you get really motivated or excited to do something, you never realize that could have been something that would have motivated to that next level, which I guess is why it got me to the next level. It's something I haven't thought of, something that I haven't tried to get myself to go through yet. So on that topic, I thought it would be really important to talk about how us people choose to prioritize the certain levels of our livelihoods. The things we need to survive, the things we strive to build a passion out of, the things that we just feel to do for our basic needs and wants, whether it's viewed as lazy or not, doesn't matter. Just things that we need to keep pushing ourselves to the next day. And the way I see it, I think what ends up getting mixed up a lot is our list of priorities of what we want to get done and in what order throughout your everyday life ends up getting really jumbled up a lot because there's a constant lack of awareness, I guess, not in a bad way. I say lack of awareness just for a definitive term behind it, but people don't realize what things are as important as they should be in their lives because they're constantly thinking that whatever they're doing might not be correct. It correlates along with the uncertainties of life whenever you're doing something that feels like it might not be it for you and you don't know whether to commit to it or not, those different things. And especially when things feel like they're lazy or are viewed as lazy typically, or giving yourself too much slack, a lot of people will try to put those so far down that they never end up getting to them. So I guess I want to express my experience with this and why I'm so hyped up today mentally, because I feel like really turning my life around in a way, not trying to be dramatic. I know it's not as big a deal as it may seem to some people, but I feel like I can make a new step with this kind of a mindset. But what I've been doing, and again, I've been very happy with what I've been doing. I'm a firm believer in don't change if you're happy, or if of course you can change if you're happy, but don't force a change if it's not needed, is what I'm saying. If you're happy and you're changing because people told you to, or you feel pressured to or obligated to, that's some bullshit. That's not a change out of a desire or passion. It's change out of a need to conform, and I hate that. And so what I've been doing happily is just kind of moving at my own pace, doing what I feel like doing when I want to do it, because it's working right now. And I will, I don't really have a firm list in my head of my priorities. And what I mean by that is everybody's got their work for money, their work for school maybe, their work for the gym, their work for their social life, the work that they put into their personal life, even if it's just playing video games, you got to give yourself some you time. And then if you're in a committed relationship with someone, that's a whole load of other stuff you got to prioritize in your life. Eating alone, you need to consume some food to survive. And sometimes food gets put a little lower on the priority scale in order for people to go to work and make money. And so my own priority scale recently has been along the lines more of, I think, because I want to try to make my list a little as unbiased as possible, which, is pretty impossible coming from myself as it's my own list. But when I really think about it, truthfully, I think that the gym has been my number one priority in my daily life. I'm a big guy on not thinking about the future or the past too much, because there's no point. You gotta, of course you can hope for the future and want to better your past, but don't get yourself stuck on those. Make sure you're living it up the most in the present day. And so I think in my present day I've been the most passionate and prioritizing the gym, not because I just want to go work out all day and I'm just, it's not like some crazy thing or whatever. I know there's people are labeled as gym rats, and like I get that, and I guess I could be labeled as one, but I think I genuinely have a true life passion for this sport. And so when it comes to my everyday, that's the one that I like in my head. I am never going to miss, no matter what. Today I really didn't want to go. I had some bullshit come up, and I got a lot of work I got to do. And it was just one of those days where, again, I wanted to get in and out as fast as possible. But as I was going through the workout quickly and efficiently without losing any quality, I was thinking about, like, what was driving me through that workout. I was thinking of how to better my everyday schedule, which we will get into in a second. I'm going to try not to rant too long. But the gym has always been first because it's just what I'm most passionate about. I think anybody's priority list starts with what they are most passionate about in life, the things that they have to do every day. And again, even if your number one priority is work and you don't feel passion toward your work, your passion can be for caring for yourself. It doesn't have to just stem from that direct job. Or a lot of mothers and fathers will work for their family, so their work might not be their passion, but their want to raise and support their loved ones is the passion that strives them to do it. And the work is just the accessory along the way. So I've been doing gym. Next would probably be school. I would think. I think school is like, again, that's like, I'd never miss assignments. I'm very on top of it. I want to make sure I have myself set up so I can get a degree. And if whenever the time comes that I want to further my career and go to the next step in my life, I will be able to do that with this experience now. At least potentially, I don't expect anything, but it's the hope that this effort will open up avenues that I never would have had without this degree. And then I think second would be probably my social life. And I know that's not a lot of people's first thought, because it's seen as not progressive, when it comes to money or whatever in their careers and whatnot. But you need a lot of personal wants and needs in your daily life in order to keep progressing. Putting in the work to get to those basic wants, even if they don't seem like they're gonna further your career or whatever, it's gonna make you even more driven the more stable you feel. And so after social life, probably my personal basic, like, what can I call them? Just my pastimes, video games, reading manga, watching a show. I would include eating in this, not saying that I view eating as important as video games, but I view all of my, like, internal personal basic wants in that smaller kind of a category. And I like food, I'm like always on top of, and I'm every day I always try to give myself a little bit of me time every day, just to make sure I want to keep striving to do better, to get that me time and deserve it. And then work, I think, would be next. And I don't want to go too farther down after that. There's a lot, I can get super nitpicky, but I want to kind of conclude this a little bit, not get too convoluted. But what I think ends up happening is these priorities will constantly flip back and forth, and I think a lot of people will do this as well, to where they will be obligated mentally to feel they need to prioritize certain things above others. And the way I see it is your priority list should follow in the way of what you are most passionate about. If you give no shits about school and you don't care about your degree, of course it's going to be low on that priority list. Like, it's just a given. And that's not a bad thing. believe it or not. You know, of course everybody should have as good a mindset as possible. And if you're not caring about school because of your own personal effort, then that's just a different topic. But the way I see it is if you make sure you prioritize your passions first and get those like done as quickly as you can throughout the day. Not saying to rush your passions, but just in that one, in the finite time you have in a day, when you wake up and you think, what do I have to do to ensure that I'm going to be happy this day? You know, not what am I going to do to ensure that I conform to what people want me to do. What am I going to do to make this other person happy? What are you going to do that will make you fulfilled in the day? And so, although I may have certain passions for things that aren't directly correlated with work and school, I feel more fulfilled in my daily life and more secure and more happy, because a lot of your personal happiness and security can come from that balance of work and fun. And so the way that I want to move on and really commit to is, I know for a fact that in my daily life, what I want and need to do in order to survive month by month, day by day, is the gym, my work for money, and my school. Those are the basic, like, I have to get those done no matter what. So the way I see it is, because again, when it comes to like food and stuff, that's not something I like voluntarily super think about. It's just something that correlates as an accessory along what I'm doing throughout the day. And so if I'm trying to be as progressive toward my happiness as possible, I need to give myself the respect and the responsibility that the respect and responsibility to complete this work that I feel must be done in order to feel secure. So if you are given your week's worth of homework at the let's say it's Sunday and your teachers drop the next week of homework, you don't have to do all that in a day. I'm not saying that, but whatever assignment you got due next, get that shit done. You know, let's say you got 10 assignments due in a week. There are 7 days in the week, so you need to do barely 1.5 assignments every single day in order to finish completely stress-free. And again, if you have leftover room in your day that you want to put toward being productive, keep getting some assignments done, and then later on, those commitments to the things that you have to get done will enable you to fully open up the next lines of passions or desires that you want in your daily life, whether it's video games, hanging out with people, just doing you know, doing whatever the fuck you want to. And I know it seems tough, and I know a lot of people have more dire situations than others, but everybody has a standard unique to their own individuality, and it's just, there's no point in comparing to other people. You're never going to move forward if you constantly say, I should have been like this guy, or this guy should be like me for a day and they'll see. Fuck that, you know, just put in your own effort and enjoy your day and give yourself the credit and responsibility that you got through your own shit. That's all that matters. Nobody's ever going to care about the stuff you do in your personal day. Of course you're going to be supported by your loved ones, but like when it comes to your unique person, people are going to care about themselves first every time. And that's what has to happen in order for humans to survive and drive to create more things, new passions, whatever. Find happiness. So I'm going to really, really commit super hard in the next 10 minutes. And because I'm inspired now, and it's a waste to let this go just because it's nighttime. Because I'm always saying it's nighttime, and if you're not going to get anything done, then you relax and you do it. I'm getting shit done tonight. I got shit I can do, and I want to do it, so I'm doing it. So I know for a fact that I got homework and exam. That's what I got to do. Those are the things that are due the soonest, and I need those out of the way in order for it to get out of the way of my own happiness. So those are getting done first, and then work comes next, and then the gym. And so I'm going to get these assignments done right fucking now. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, and if I don't have time tonight, like I don't want to burn myself out all in one go, but because they're not due till tomorrow, but I'm going to try to get through as much as I can tonight. And if anything, at the latest, I'm taking my exam the moment I wake up, and then I'm going to work. You know, whenever my schedule opens up, I'm going to go get that work done, feel good about it, get whatever money I can, come home, and then I literally just have to go to the gym around 3 to 5 p.m. And if I got time before that, that's how much time I can put in the day to be happy, or just do things that I feel like doing, And so I'm gonna get this shit done because I really want to. I feel like you can't enjoy whatever you typically enjoy in your pastimes, whether it's games or social life, whatever. You can't enjoy that to the fullest unless you got your priorities straight and your basic survival needs out of the way. So get those seemingly, of course they might seem less passionate at first, but your major passions in life will stem from getting those basic survival needs done and out of the way. Like I said, work might not be a passionate thing for you, but the rewards and outcomes from that work is what will drive the passions that you continue to open up throughout your life. And so I'm going to do my absolute best tonight, and that's all I can do. If I don't get to the exam, fine, whatever. I'm waking up tomorrow morning, doing it first thing. And if I can fully commit, like I have been to the gym, because I have life committed to the gym. And so if I can go to the gym every single night, regardless of what stresses I have or whatever exams I have or anything going on in the day, then I can absolutely get some other stuff done just as well as the gym, because I have a lot more time in the day that I can put towards that. And again, if you think about it with the week that you got coming up, if you do everything that you can do in your present day, and I'm not saying do the entire week's worth of work in one day, because you're going to burn out. Do the best that you can and do the amount of work that you can do that makes you feel happy and productive in that day. And then once you stop, leave it alone, pick it up the next day. I guarantee you'll have some days at the end of the week where you can just chill out and just have a lots more time toward your happiness. I feel like this is why super successful people that are like millionaires and shit can go just vacation whenever they want. They constantly got those things they had to get done every single day, done and out of the way. And then eventually they just had so much of that work in progress built up that they had years of happiness lined up for them. And I think everybody can aspire to have that level of security and personal confidence in life. So anyway, I'm going to end it there. I feel like I went off a little bit. I don't know if it got off the ropes at all. Whatever I said, I basically forget like half these conversations when I'm done talking about it. But take what you can from the conversation. It might not have helped a lot for some of you, and a lot of you might not have understood a lot what I was talking about. But take what you can, even if it's one small tidbit, and keep moving, Embrace it. That's all I got. Bye.